ID just for the report. And he was like, I'm not giving you anything. I'm just a passenger, blah, blah, blah. And he's got his, like, camera with his little selfie stick out. I can't wait. What I live for.
What's going on, everybody? It is Jeremiah, Auditors of America, 𝐷.𝔻.𝔽. And I'm coming to you tonight because I have been going through all the paperwork that I was given by the Logan County Sheriff's Department and jail when I was released, including my bond conditions. And I'm getting ready to prove my innocence without a shadow of a doubt that the warrant that they have on me in Russellville right now is a lie, and they are violating many damn laws by putting this warrant on me. Okay, everybody, this is where I was arrested for obstruction of government operations, harassment, no physical contact, disorderly conduct in the second degree, and harassing communications. The harassing communications is when I sent Deputy Ryan Johnson an email and he got upset about it, as I will show y'all in a few minutes. Now, on this, it says, not to violate any local, state, or federal laws. No contact with the alleged victim or complaining witnesses. Okay, the complaining witnesses were the staff at the jail. Okay, not the sheriff's department, the jail. Now remember, on this new warrant, they said I got within 500 feet of the sheriff's department and courthouse. They added courthouse. Nowhere on here does it say courthouse. It says no contact with victims, stay 500 feet away. The victims were the employees at the Logan County Detention Center, which I will read their names and everything in just a minute. And the judge who signed this is Kenneth R. Jr. Williams. Alright. That's when I was arrested. 11/9/2020. Booked in at 6:06 p.m. Excuse me. Alright. Everybody see this, right? All these right here was these three charges right here. First ones were the guys at the jail. That harassing communications is Ryan Johnson. Okay? So, I was supposed to stay 500 feet away from the guys at the jail and 500 feet away from Ryan Johnson, which Ryan Johnson was nowhere near me that day. Nowhere near me. Here's the other paper of the harassing communications that I got for flipping the bird at the camera. Okay. Not to violate any local, state, federal laws, make all scheduled court appearances. That's all it says on that. Same judge, same date, same time. Now look at this, y'all. Released on his own recognizance on 11/9/2020. That's the day I was booked in, guys. I was booked in at 11/9/2020 at 6:06. Alright. But here they have 9/24 I was released. I'm at 11/9 I was released. No, I wasn't. I was held until the 13th. Even here on this one. For all these charges right here. It says I was released on my own recognizance on 11/13. That's the date I was really released. So what they did is held me when I was really released. Alright. And here is the final one of that. And as you can see, same judge. Harassing communications. Now, not to violate any local, state, federal laws, make all scheduled court appearances. Alright. No contact with victim. Stay 500 feet away. That's for Deputy Ryan Johnson. Again, I was released on my own recording. It says on 11/9, the day I was booked in, guys. But I was released. I wasn't released, but they're on paper, they said I was. Here is all my charges for Charge 1, obstruction of government operations, harassment, no physical contact, disorderly conduct, 2nd degree, harassing communications. Alright. Everybody see all that? Signed by Judge K. Williams on 11/9/2020. Alright. Now check this out. It says the violation date was 11/9/2020 at 3:27 p.m. The arrest was at 11/9/2020 at 4:23 p.m. an hour later. An hour and a few minutes later. Damn, that's fast. Look how fast they arrested me, guys. But here in a minute, I'm going to show you how they didn't do anything to Steven. They didn't do anything to the tow truck driver who attacked me live on the internet, live on YouTube, attacked me. But they did nothing to them. Instead, I got all these charges on me. Now, here's the bullshit reasons, guys, why I was arrested. Alright, y'all ready for this? On 11/9/2020, while on patrol, I checked my local... This is from Ryan Johnson. I checked my local Logan County Sheriff's Department email and found 2 emails which were sent to me by Payne on 11/8/2020. I had previously worked a terrorist threatening investigation with Payne in August of 2020 in reference to him receiving threats over his comment sections of his YouTube channel. Due to the street nature of YouTube's online policies, it was impossible to discern where the threats were coming from. Since that unsuccessful investigation, Payne via email and his YouTube channel accused me multiple times of publicly distributing his information, home address, and being the reason behind him receiving death threats and being physically attacked. Since before that mentioned investigation, Payne has sent at least 4 emails containing abusive, foul language that served no legitimate purpose other than to intimidate, harass, annoy, and alarm. Examples of his unreasonable communications are on October 8, 2020 at 10:39 a.m. Payne states in an email addressed to me, "Y'all fucked yourself. He continues to enjoy your 5 seconds of fame." After speaking of filing numerous lawsuits at 12/21 on the same day, October 8, 2020, Payne sends a follow-up email which also served no legitimate purpose. The email continues, stated Trooper Carlock was a thug and Payne was filing complaints and lawsuits. Wow, guys. I must have really hurt his feelings. Poor Deputy Ryan Johnson. There it is again, even more of that bullshit. Alright, let's get to this. Why I was originally arrested and why now, all of a sudden, they have brought all these charges back on me, including 2 new ones, which is violation of court order and what was it? Whatever, interference of government operations, where people called and complained on that fucking deputy who didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Alright, this is why I was arrested, guys, originally. Alright, y'all ready for this? Alright, 1 second, let me take a drink. Alright guys, switch camera view here so I can hold this and read. Same paper that I just showed you. Alright, here we go. This is the reason why they originally arrested me in Russellville, Kentucky, guys. So y'all ready for this shit? I did this once before in the videos way back on my channel. But I'm going to do it again for y'all guys right here, because I'm going to prove my freaking innocence and that I should have never been arrested the very first time. The offended jailer, Phil Gregory, stated that on 10/26/2020 in Logan County, Kentucky, the above named defendant, Jeremiah, unlawfully on 9/25/2020, the defendant uploads a video to his defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom, where the defendant was recording outside of the Logan County Detention Center. In the video, at approximately 6 minutes and 50 seconds and 15 minutes and 34 seconds, the defendant was at the Logan County Detention Center and was observed flashing a flashlight multiple times into the security cameras outside the Logan County Detention Center. This act blinded the cameras and prohibited the jail staff from performing their duties for hours. On this same video, at approximately 16 minutes, the defendant was observed communicating with an inmate at the Logan County Detention Center at the window of the cell. That is a fucking lie, and y'all know it. It's on video. The window I walk over to and shine the camera into is right there on the left as you walk up to the Logan County Jail. And when you look into it, it looked like a little library where the inmates would go in there and pick a book out and sit there and read it or something, maybe. But it wasn't no fucking cell. Alright? And then, at approximately 18 minutes in the video, Captain Garcia and Deputy Anderson went outside the Logan County Detention Center to investigate why the cameras were being blinded. And when the defendant is asked what is he doing, the defendant became belligerent and stated, "What does it look like? Y'all can go back to work. You are dismissed." Sounds like me. The defendant continued to argue with the staff and became irate, yelling at Captain Garcia and Deputy Anderson, stating he wanted to know their names and badge numbers so he could file complaints on them. Is that illegal? Is that illegal to, as you're turning your back and walking away from me, say, "Hey man, what's your name and badge number"? That's not getting belligerent and irate. I have the video. That's what y'all are not understanding. It's all recorded. Everything I do is recorded. Almost every second of my life is recorded by either a dash cam, this cam, some kind of body camera. Something is going. Alright, we're not done yet, guys. Hold on. On 10, stay with me. It gets better. Trust me. This is the reasons they stated in the narrative why they arrested me, the complaint. On 10/26/2020, the defendant was recording outside the Logan County Detention Center. The recording events were later uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom, where the Logan County Detention Center employee, Deputy 𝕃, arrived for his shift at the Logan County Detention Center and was exiting his vehicle when the defendant stated, That's the problem with you corrupt public servants. Everything on your phone is now mine. What is your name and badge number? Hey, tyrant, you think I won't get it? Hold on, let me get your license plate. Yeah, I did say that. I sure did. Because he was recording me. So, he made a public record. Which I won't. Then he continued, name and badge, laugh, fat boy. And then on this same date, the defendant was speaking to Deputy Lamb through the intercom, and the defendant was asking the name and badge number of Deputy 𝕃. So his name was Deputy 𝕃. We know that much. We don't know his badge number, but now I know Deputy 𝕃. I can request all his salary, pensions, and everything, and I will post it. It continues onto another page. This is all the paperwork, y'all. A bunch, like 15 sheets, if not more, that they filed on me. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to give you the gist of why they filed 4 charges on me. They did. The 5 charges, I'm sorry. The employees had entered the building at the time. Deputy Lamb was unsure which individual the defendant was referring to. When Deputy Lamb stated that he did not know, the defendant yelled, "Fuck you, tyrant." Later, on the same date, the defendant began yelling at Captain Garcia and Deputy Harris, who have not clocked in for their shift and are unaware of the previous incidents that occurred on this date. The defendant states to both deputies, "Hey, I need your name and badge number." To the guy who drove the white pickup truck, "Y'all gonna refuse to give it to me? Your salaries, pensions, and everything is going to be posted for the world to see. Fuck you, tyrants." Yeah, that's not illegal. It's not illegal to use free speech and say "fuck you, tyrants," or to say "fuck you, bitch," or anything like that. It's free, protected speech under the Constitution, which you swore an oath to protect. On 11/12/2020, the defendant was recording outside the Logan County Detention Center. The recording events were later uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom, in the video at approximately 4 minutes and 15 seconds. He records inside the front lobby and from the outside of the building. He records inside the lobby from the outside of the building. Oh my God, that's a felony. Two deputy jailers attempt to approach from the lobby to investigate when the defendant yells loudly, "Go fuck off, boy, go back to work." The defendant yelling into the lobby caused alarm to the whole staff. When the defendant turns to leave the Logan County Detention Center, he proceeds to flip off the security cameras 2 separate times. Yep, I did. Sure did. And I'll do it again, and I'll do it again, and I'll do it again, because it's not fucking illegal. Russellville, Kentucky, you need to drop all the charges on me. They are bullshit. And the so-called lawyer that I got there, he ain't doing shit, y'all, because they're all in it together. They're all in it together. Judges, lawyers, police. It's all to bring revenue for the state. Hold up. Alright, guys. Now, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Stay with me. So, the defendant is interfering with the Logan County Detention Center's ability to properly perform their duties, as he continuously comes to the property harassing the staff. Well, you know, if y'all left me alone and just let me walk around and record and didn't come out and act like idiots, you wouldn't go viral on YouTube and look like idiots. Harassing the staff, making derogatory gestures at the security cameras, which is ultimately directing the staff's attention to him rather than their typical duties, which is being cruel and unusual punishment to all the inmates. Or was that only to me y'all done that to? As the employees arrive for their shifts by calling them derogatory names and threatening to make personal files public. It's all public record. Y'all are public servants. Y'all not understand that? Jesus, Russellville needs a lesson, and they are about to get it when I drop this lawsuit. The defendant should not be communicating with the inmates. I never have. Never have. Everything I do is on camera, you dumbasses. Never have I. I had an inmate wave at me one day. Sure did. He waved at me. I waved back. That's not communicating. Well, in a way it is, but it's, hi, how you doing? I see you. Alright. The reason the defendant could be communicating with the inmates and shining light into the security cameras is so he can drop contraband off by blinding the security cameras. All incidents have been uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom. And that's why they arrested me, y'all. That was their narrative for why they arrested me. Can you believe that shit? Because I can't. It's been almost a year and I still can't fucking believe it. And now the fact that they have brought all these damn charges back up on me, guys, stating that I wasn't supposed to be 500 feet around the sheriff's department or the jail or courthouses. They've added courthouses. When my paperwork clearly says, do not go around the victims at the jail. The jail. I was way more than 500 feet away from that jail. And then 500 feet away from Ryan Johnson. I was never around Ryan Johnson that day when I went up there to file complaints on Steven. He was nowhere around. And look at this shit, guys. Bail set 11/10/2020 OR bond. Posted 11/10/2020. Bail set 11/13/2020 OR bond. Posted 11/13/2020. But I was supposed to get out of jail on an OR bond on the 10th. The very next day after being in jail, guys. Here's the paperwork to prove it. Jailer Phil Gregory is charging you with criminal offenses of obstruction of government operations, harassment, no physical contact, disorderly conduct in the second degree, and harassing communications. Signed by Judge, let's see, it wasn't a judge, it was Circuit District Clerk Mary J. Orange. Alright. Then this one for the other harassing communications. To respond to a complaint made by Ryan Johnson charging you with the criminal offense of harassing communications. So the only victims because it says stay away from the victims, was Ryan Johnson and jailer Phil Gregory. Neither one of them was anywhere around me. None of them. So how did I break my bond conditions? Please explain that to me. The so-called attorney that I have there, why aren't you doing anything? I have the paperwork to prove this. This warrant should be thrown out. It is bogus. It is bullshit. There's no reason at all that I should have warrants on me. And then, you guys, when I was assaulted on a live stream by 𝐋𝐤, this is what the DAs had sent me. Joseph E. Ross, County Attorney. Dear Mr. Payne, I have received and reviewed your complaint you filed at my office against 𝐋𝐤. This happened before I got arrested, a few weeks before I got arrested. Regarding the incident that occurred on 11/4/2020 in front of Emerson Electric. In your complaint, you allege that Mr. 𝕃.𝔻 threatened you with a firearm. In addition to the complaint, I have also reviewed the report completed by the Russellville Police Department and reviewed the YouTube footage of the incident you posted on your webpage. An e-warrant was previously submitted to my office and approved by a judge for assault in the 4th degree. But at this time, I must decline to initiate any additional charges against Mr. 𝕃.𝔻, as the footage of this incident does not confirm the allegations. Though the visual goes out for a period of time, the recording continues throughout the incident, including the time of the threat you allege. No, it didn't. The video went out. It didn't continue at all. It continued when he was already back in his truck driving off. Because it was a live stream that dropped out when I literally got slammed to the fucking ground and a gun shoved in my face and I had a barrel mark on my face from it. Nothing about this incident impacts your civil remedies you might have against Mr. 𝕃.𝔻. The burden of proof in a civil case is much lower than those in a criminal proceeding. So guys, there it is. There it is, right there. Why I was arrested. Why they have, and if you want to know why they brought up all the new charges, go watch the previous video. I'll link it in the description. But guys, I was completely fucking set up. This warrant that I have on me should not exist. I'm telling you, man. I exposed so much corruption there. That's why they're trying to put me away. They're trying to find any single thing they can get me on, even down to they are now lying about everything. Like saying that my papers told me to stay 500 feet away from the sheriff's department, jail, and courthouses. The paperwork says stay 500 feet away from Deputy Ryan Johnson and jailer Phil Gregory. Doesn't say anything about a courthouse. And when I was at that courthouse, I was more than 500 feet away. And check this out, guys. I was there at that courthouse a week prior to that, where I filed complaints on Stephen, and the county attorney sent a letter out to Stephen telling him to basically cease and desist. Don't ever make another video about me again. Don't ever mention me in a video again. So forth. But I didn't get arrested for that one. Oh, was it because I recorded the deputy violating my rights? So y'all have to flip the script and try to make me look like the bad one? that I did something wrong, that I broke the law. Nope, I didn't. And before I turn myself in, I'm going to have an attorney, a damn good one, that's going to sue Russellville until they're bankrupt. And I'm not going to turn myself in. These charges need to be dropped. Simple as that. I didn't do anything wrong, and I have the paperwork to prove it. Y'all are lying because that deputy ended up looking like an asshole on my channel and SJVT's channel. Y'all are embarrassed. So now y'all trying to flip the script and make me look like the bad one. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Earlier, I was standing out here talking to 30 squad members of Nashville and about 20 or 25 Metro cops. I didn't get the very end of it because my battery on my phone died, but it was a situation at a motel, and a guy had locked himself in a room. He was a felon, and he was carrying a gun. He had a gun. He had a rifle. So SWAT had come, man, they evacuated the whole hotel. But the dude ended up just surrendering. They backed him out, backed him to him, handcuffed him, put him against the wall, went in and cleared the room. I missed that part of it because, like I said, the battery on my phone died. And my wife's phone was in the car, and we couldn't get to the car because they had it all taped off. Where we had drove by, saw it, so we pulled in to record it. And, well, that's it, guys. That's why I wanted to come to y'all tonight and let y'all know I am being screwed. So, to all of you who watch this, please go to Lackluster's channel. Go to all the big channels and ask them to help me to get this out. This has to be exposed. This is bull, man. I was completely set up. Entrapment, misconduct. Oh my God, there's just so much going on in that town that... And what they have done to me because of this new warrant made me have to leave the state. I can't see my family. Actually, I'm with my family tonight, but now they are going in a couple of days, and we're moving. They're moving all the stuff out of there. I went Nashville. Okay. Anyways, where we have the place there, and so now we're having to move because I'm not gonna have my family in a town that does shit like that, because they're never gonna stop with me until they end up either killing me or putting me away. And here's the other thing. All the neighbors around there came and she went home that the police had showed up and flipped the power to our house, walked around it, shining flashlights, looking in every window. Never knocked on the doors, they said. They never once knocked on the doors. They just killed the power and was walking around the trailer looking in through the windows. That's fucking creepy. What if my wife and daughter had been there? That's just fucked up that they killed the power. That's illegal. They can't do that. And luckily, the neighbor across the street has a webcam that got it all. So y'all are fucked, buddy, because I'm getting ready to get that footage and I'm going to upload it. I'm going to expose all of it. So guys, thank you all for watching my videos. Smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. There's so much more coming. Way so much more. Y'all can probably tell I'm tired as shit. I've been up since 3 a.m. this morning and been going all day long, non-stop. But guys, thank you. I love you all. To all my new subscribers, thank you for coming over. Thank you for supporting me. I got a new store. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I can get my merchandise shelf down at the bottom. But I'll leave a link to my store. Go over there, buy you a t-shirt. Support the channel by doing that. You help me by buying them shirts. You get something in return. But it also helps me be able to do what I do. Helps me to be able to afford gas and everything that I gotta have to go. Wear and tear on a car. Just back and forth. It's a lot of work involved in it. But I love it. I won't trade it for anything. And I'm never gonna stop. You hear that, Russellville? I'm never gonna stop. Drop the charges against me. They're bogus and they're bullshit. Smash that like button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Take care.